Good morning and thanks for joining me today. One of the best parts about living on a homestead or property is the morning. Watching everything wake up and the sun touch the flowers for the first time for the day, and getting to go around and see what's changed, what flowers have gotten taller, what the chickens have been up to, and what flowers are popping through the ground. So I'd like to take you on a little trip around my homestead and show you what's changed and make some plans for the day. Thanks. So here's another view of our seeds popping up that we planted a week ago, and just these other beautiful plants are getting bigger and more beautiful. So back to my poor roses here. When we moved in, there were a bunch of rose bushes already here, and they unfortunately were not cared for or maintained, at least for probably the season prior. By the time we got unpacked, they kind of were already growing wild. A lot of them had black spots, and so I'm learning a lot about roses, and I'm excited to get to have a better understanding on how to make roses grow well in my garden. But I want to show you here what I just did quickly last night thanks to the help of my husband. And yes, this is beautiful. We have a bunch of our bees coming through out the day. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love being out here. But this area was just a bunch of weeds and a couple of, weedy flowers is what I call them. The flowers that really don't do much for the pollinators, but pop up all the time. So we cleared the area and we put down a seed mix. And so it's my first time using such a mix in an area like this. And I'm excited to see what will happen there. And just to show you here, this is my project of the day, the area where I'll be working. One is I'm going to try to do something with these roses here, trim them up a little bit before I plant plants. But a lot of this has to stay open because our dogs use this clearly as a pathway there to the other side, and I want to maintain a path so they don't go running through the flowers. By the time we had moved in, this was already being overtaken by these beautiful vines, but there's actually a two-seater kind of area in here with this beautiful arbor and vines. They just need to be kind of cut back and controlled, and I'm excited to get a chance to do that. Another project that will be happening over the course of the next week is my husband Adam. He went through and really took a lot of the grass and weeds that were growing in this section here, and you can still see a lot of the remnants and some in the back there. But we're going to go through, pull a lot of that out, and plant a lot of, I would say, some squashes, zucchinis. Oh, sorry, there's a icky bug on me. One of the funs of being on a homestead. Lots of bugs. We just woke up this morning to ticks in our bedroom from our dog, and one of which was crawling on my daughter. So it's a constant bug check this time of year. So in this area here, we're going to be doing a bunch of squashes, pumpkins, and things that are going to be really large because we have a large space to fill. I would say next year we'll really work on planting some bulbs for some flowers that will be really appreciated by the pollinators, and just some other flowers that will support their needs as well. Typically we would plant most of our vegetables in containers, but we have really big plans for a big garden that we'd like to execute next year. I'd love for you to be along helping me plan and just seeing it come, really from inception to being fruitful. So this year we're going to make do with what we have, and which honestly we have and are so blessed to have this area. We're very lucky that it's as beautiful as it is. We've done a lot of work so far, but it's just a real true blessing here. So if you have not checked out my video on the trash challenge, please be sure to do so. I'm on my way to go say good morning to the chicks and give them a little bit of a treat. Their pen is not the cleanest or the most beautiful, but if you have chickens, I'm sure you'll understand. Now, I came to the realization that my chickens are not the greatest things ever for my container garden in terms of the vegetables here. When they were running free, created their own little home by, I guess, kind of clearing out some of the dirt, making a cool place to lay. In the process, they removed a couple plants and so forth, but there they are. They're so sweet. They are about as begging as my dogs to get out, and they love little treats. So let's let them out, get their day started. I hope you have a lot of fun planned on this beautiful day. I would love to hear if you're on a homestead, on a property, what you're up to. Hey friends, good morning. Did you guys sleep well? Yeah? You ready for a good day? Gonna range? There you go. So I'm going to make a video in the future about asking for help to name our chickens. I am not at all good at coming up with names. In fact, they drive me a little bit mad. But currently our chickens have no names. So I need your help after you become a subscriber to submit some names, and we'll go from there. Now check out the trash challenge video. This is by no means something kind of creative, but it is another use for something that would be thrown away. So here is just a normal soup can, but we use a lot of these to be scoops for various things. So right now we're gonna give them a little bit of a treat here and get their day off to a good start. There's always a lone chicken that doesn't know what's going on. Oh my gosh, too funny. Is that so yummy? Do you love your chicken mama? Have a good day, chickens. Later I'm gonna make a video on the many uses of trees. We have one beautiful tree that's been quite useful for family fun. But as it is, I'm gonna get the girls ready for the day. We're gonna get off to a good start. Probably go to a park. It's funny, even though we have all this land, they still always want to go to the park, but I don't blame them. To me, this is just my park and my paradise. And I will keep you posted with what we're up to. Let me know if there's any video or anything you'd like to see. I would love to help make this a channel that works for your needs. Have a great day. Bye.